where particularly the first year of life, Parkins studied this and his group, there was much higher risk for childhood leukemias than in poor populations. And this seems to hold up more or less over the major parts of the world. Now, if we look over time, in the United States, the risk for childhood leukemias is gradually increasing. The mortality, the death rate, is going down due to improved treatment of leukemias. In Italy, for instance, where similar statistics exist, the rate of brain tumors increased rather substantially since 1965 to 2001, and also for neuroblastomas, although not to the same dramatical rate. Now, one interesting aspect of all these three types of tumors is that none of them is increased under immunosuppression. If the hypothesis of Mel Greaves would be correct, you would speculate that children born with connatal immunodeficiencies should have a high rate of these types of leukemias, but that is not happening, in fact. So none of these infections is increased. In brain tumors, there's even a rather substantial reduction noted in some of these statistics. Now, the absence of increased incidence, or even of a reduced incidence, of specific childhood cancers under immunosuppression could imply an existing immune tolerance or absence of immunogenicity. Immune tolerance resulting from a prenatal infection where the antigens of that infection are no longer recognized as foreign, but rather recognized as self-antigen. The risk for the same tumors is reduced in later born siblings in comparison to the first child, since multiple infections reveal a protective effect. A prenatal infection resulting in immune tolerance would gain probability. Now we can postulate that the potential candidate for infections responsible for these types of tumors should be, first of all, mainly vertically transmitted, induce immune tolerance, respond to interferon treatment, would be reduced in load by subsequent infections leading to interferon synthesis, would reduce the risk for children exposed to multiple infections in early childhood, and would probably replicate or being effectively transmitted to progenitor cells of the respective tumors, and occasionally it would lead to malignant tumors during the fetal period. And that is exactly what is happening for all these three types of tumors. Occasionally children are born already with these respective types of cancer.